In this town, not only am I hunting for drama, I am hunting for rich daddies.
They say life is what you make it. Well, I say make it full of bears, drinking bourbon, talking about Bravo.
Hello! I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear.
And welcome to The Real Housebears. The facts are in the podcast. Maybe Bravo needs to look it up. Maybe they need to do their work. Because it's in the podcast.
Bravo needs to do their due diligence.
Or what?
No,
or what?
No, don't bring her back. Don't bring her back. Don't bring her back. Even though I'm excited to see some Erika Jayne unhinged this season.
I have nothing to hide.
She's still nasty.
Yeah,
she's still being bitchy.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it because she was like nastiest of nasty in this season premiere.
Oh my gosh, the season premiere was good.
It was one of the best season premieres in a very, very long time.
And I think it's only for one reason too.
Dorit.
Passively provocative?
Yeah, the break-in. Made it so intense and so like hitting to home a little too much. Because it's like your family and like, we'll get into that.
Yeah, it was a great. But can you believe it? Season 12 in New Jersey, that was their season 12. I don't know. I mean, that must have meant that they came out, relatively around the same time.
They didn't go on, like, New Jersey didn't have, like, a skip season or...
I mean, I'm sure the schedule... I mean, they just have to be really close together. I'm thinking first was Orange County, then New York, and then I think Jersey, then Beverly Hills. Okay. I think that was the right order. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But holy cow, I feel like Teresa's table flip and Vanderpump's mansion was just like yesterday.
I feel like that episode of South Park that made fun of it, and that was the only way I knew about Housewives a long time. I felt like that was ages ago. So I'm surprised they're on season 12. I thought they'd be on like season 22 or something.
Okay, that's
because I thought the Kardashians came out after Housewives for some reason.
Oh, I don't even know that timeline.
And they have like what, 22 seasons or something?
1,000.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't even know why, but I guess just looking at something that you can attain to or you want to attain to. Like
that's the fun of it, I think.
I don't think it's fun.
I think it's like watching train wrecks. I enjoy it. It's like watching a train wreck.
It is. Lots of it.
I can't get enough.
A lot of it.
I should look away.
Yeah. But I'm definitely not going to look away. Like, it's gotten me hooked. So when I'm traveling now and I'm getting hotels, you know what I put it on now?
What's that?
I put it on Bravo because you know what's always on?
Below Deck.
Below Deck. It's always on, and it's always an episode I haven't seen yet.
I told you that. I told you.
I don't know what it is, but it's on no matter what. And I put it on, it's always an episode I have never seen.
So we don't watch Below Deck at home, really. That's why you've never seen it. So we don't, but when I was traveling for work all the time, I just generally don't know what to watch other than Bravo. So Below Deck was always on, and I'd always come home and tell Hunter, I'm like, Below Deck is like my travel show. It's what I always watch.
Like, these customers that are like getting on these boats, these clients, they are the nastiest people. Some of them are horrible. Like, this ladies got into a fight. I got into the episode late last time, and it was just, she's like, I've never been treated so horribly by somebody before, and and she had to go apologize to her and stuff because she's working and whatever, and then she had give out the food, and this girl's like, I didn't want duck, and they're like, in your order you don't want any seafood, so they made you meat, and I don't want duck, and she just flipped her lid, everything just went to hell. Anyways, it's addicting, and it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it at home. I want it to be only when I'm traveling.
And no matter which version you watch, whether it's original Below Deck or the Mediterranean. No, I've never watched Sailing Yacht.
I saw one episode of the Sailing Yacht. I mean, it's good, but I need Below Deck. Below Deck is that's home.
Yeah, that's, you know what, I'm so, I'm a little moved right now. That when you
it's horrible.
Just simply the fact that you said, when I travel, I turn on Bravo. That means my work here is done.
This is it. This is how I'm going to die.
Well, it's not only that. I have 3 channels that I go through. But I do go to Below Deck when I'm getting ready and stuff. But I go to Comedy Central because South Park is usually on. And then I go to TBS because usually The Office is on. Okay. Or sometimes Big Bang Theory is on. Sometimes I'll watch that. And also Impractical Jokers.
Impractical Jokers
Surprisingly,
is always on
constantly.
There is never
no matter
a
what
minute of the day.
Yeah, no matter
Impractical
what.
Jokers is not on.
No matter what. And sometimes, and a lot of times now I'm seeing the same episode, so I'm glad I found Below Deck.
Yeah, I mean, I just literally don't. I have no backup plan. I'm like, oh my god, there's nothing on Bravo. They're showing another rerun of Legally Blonde. I've seen it 80 times. Now what do I do?
I know.
Someone call the front desk.
We need a millennial.
Don't know how to handle it.
I wish I stayed in a hotel over the weekend when I went to DragCon.
Yes.
But no, I actually stayed with my good friend, Bitch Puddin'. From season 2 of Dragula. She was the winner, y'all.
Yes,
well, anyways, she's my bestie, and we've really connected, and she let me stay at her place and be a part of her booth at DragCon. Well, basically, she just gave me an exhibitor's pass, and I just walked around. But anyways, I got to see a lot of queens. A lot of the top 4 winners of this last season I didn't get to see, but Bosco did write me and said that she wants to work with Bitchin', which is Bitch Puddin's event that I go dance all the time at. So when I do that, I'm going to get the same booking gig and I'm going to meet her.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
But it's kind of really... So the first time in 2018, I went to DragCon with American Richards at their booth. And that was the first time I realized I was gay famous because all these drag queens knew me. Trixie Mattel and Ginge Minge both said I was their Instagram crush on World of Wonder. And so this is my 3rd year going in the past 5 years because, COVID. And it still blows me away that some of these drag queens call me over to their booth by my name. And they want to meet me. It's just really surreal, and I'm very blessed for this life that I have. But where I sharpen my teeth is at DragCon.
I'm a pro.
For sure.
DragCon, it's an overwhelming experience.
But everybody there, I sat there and talked with a magazine from Amsterdam wants to do a piece on me now that I just found out today that I met there. And I just got to see a bunch of different producers that really enjoy me. And every single time I was talking with a producer, I get 4 or 5 people wanting to get pictures with me because they wanted to meet Hunter Harden. And every single producer said, how come you don't have a booth here? Why aren't you selling merch? So, y'all,
maybe
next year I'm going to be doing some merch.
We'll have some Housebears merch there.
Yeah, we'll have some in the corner, in the side, maybe 2, maybe stickers or something,
right,
Real Housebears.
You just wait.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I broke out at DragCon.
Well, I'm going to put you back in.
Don't you keep me in. You're going to break me in. To get into this episode, the break-in.
Listen, I had 18 segues going through my head through everything that you were saying, but I didn't interrupt your
me.
flow.
Sorry, I took it.
I had all kinds of great segues.
You want to do one?
No.
Are you sure? Do you want me to really do it? Yeah, DragCon was really amazing. I really did good there.
I liked your breakthrough, Ariana Grande. Break free.
Break free. Well, yeah, you know what? I don't let chains hold me down.
Well, these 2 burglars. Why does that suddenly sound weird?
Burglars. Burglars. No,
Burglar, right.
Burglar. That's one. What's the plural for burglar?
Burglars. Yeah, I mean, it would be burglars, but it just sounds weird coming out of my mouth.
I think we need the Hamburglar to tell us.
That's...
he can say it.
Yeah,
right.
Burglars. I just guess I don't say that word.
Hamburglar.
I guess I just don't say that word very often, and it feels weird in my mouth.
Hamburglars.
When's the last time you said burglar?
Hamburgers.
When's the last time you said burglar?
Burglar.
When's the last time you said it?
Last night. When I watched the episode.
Did you?
Yeah, I said burglar. That's scary.
Okay.
If burglars broke into your house, I don't care who you are. That's scary. I don't care if they have a gun. That's what I said last night.
I don't know. It just felt weird. I don't know what's going on.
What's wrong with me?
Well, we see the 2 men break in the glass door.
Yeah.
And then it just starts off with that, and then we move to 3 days earlier.
And then we move to the most insane crazy wedding invitations I have ever seen at Kyle's house. Or at Kyle's house.
Yeah, Mo.
You don't have to call him Mo. They haven't even said it.
That's what everyone calls him now. She even called him Mo on Watch What Happens Live afterwards.
I know you hate it, but you don't have to.
I feel like I have to. Mo is sitting on Paris's Tiffany Blue invitation. It's a 3-day event.
I mean, it's like a sculpture.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I wonder how much they cost.
$150 each.
No.
$25 each.
I mean, 150. I don't know.
Rich people spend money.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. So that sounds like
I've never like shopped for a wedding invitation, so
and
I have
then,
no
when you
judgment.
receive those invitations, are you supposed to like keep them? Are they keepsakes?
Maybe they are keepsakes, but what I didn't see like the RSVP. Maybe it's just a card to return to them, but maybe they get to keep the masterpiece.
They had a box and all that.
It was pretty. I would put it up. I'd be like, hey, look at this, and I would say it's from Tiffany's too, because
no, I'd just say it's from the Paris Hilton wedding I attended.
Oh, that's true. Thanks for the invitation, Paris.
Yeah, thanks for leaving us out. Rinna arrives at Erica's, and she has a new Gucci bag with a smaller Gucci bag in it.
And she's wearing Gucci while she pulls out those Gucci bags.
She's like
a
walking Russian doll. You know those Russian dolls where there's just another smaller one?
Yeah, or a very cheap.
That's Rinna, and then you pull one Gucci purse out of her ass, and then you pull the other smaller Gucci purse out of her ass.
Or just a not very magical Mary Poppins, you know?
Yeah. And then Crystal is making dinner, and she has to bribe her daughter to eat 3 pieces of broccoli.
I mean, kids are tough.
I love broccoli. That's a privilege. That's a privilege.
Well, you don't get that kind of taste until you're older.
And then Garcelle and Sutton are getting massages, and it gets a little dirty there.
Very deep and very hard.
I like it deep and hard.
And then Dorit's coming back for London.
I'm coming back from London.
I have a philosophy. I feel that Dorit was originally going to be a friend of and got bumped up due to the burglary.
I mean, it's a big story.
I don't know why. I've never read anything. It's just kind of a gut feeling, because I felt like she was hanging on by a thread, and they're filming the season, and granted she was at a wedding in London, but they don't have any footage of her like they do everyone else other than her cell phone footage.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, just a little, I even said earlier, I'm like, I wonder if Dorit is glad this happened so it secured her spot on the show.
No, you can't say that.
No, I said it on an earlier podcast a long time ago before I really realized how dire and
bad
serious it was. Yeah. So Kyle is boxing with Marcus from his business is called Your Krav Maga, KravMaga.
It's called Krav Maga.
What's that?
Oh my God.
What is that?
It's a very, very intense style of martial and combat. It's made to...
I thought it was the name of his business.
No, it's Krav Maga.
I have never heard that in my entire life.
Krav Maga tends to be way more violent than karate. Like the aim is to disable your opponent completely.
So Krav Maga.
I think military teaches Krav Maga to their, or like
Never heard those syllables put together in my life.
I'm smarter than you. Yay, yeah. Krav Maga.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm going to go ahead and be stupid.
No, I'm just kidding. But it's funny how you just worded that
I was
out.
Like,
I was like, what is he saying?
I was like reading it like, what?
I was looking at my notes too. I'm like,
I was
what
like,
is
Krav like a cool way to say crave?
It was really stupid. It was so stupid.
These kids these days, I don't know about
their Krav Maga.
Their TikToks.
And then, MAGA has been all over, So I was like, what does this even mean?
I'm so glad you didn't say anything to me last night. This is gold.
I don't know how you recover from that.
So Portia's doing good.
At least I hope people have forgotten about my whole 10 months pregnancy thing from the last episode. So they're going to hopefully remember just this about the wording of Krav Maga.
I'm hopeful that most of the listeners have never heard of it either. That's where I'm sure there are some that are like, God, he's so stupid.
No. Oh my gosh, that
Not
was
everyone.
Good.
If I've watched like anime, would I know what that is?
No, it's just come up. I mean, just on the Simpsons episode the other day, Bart meets this girl and he's like, karate. And she goes, Krav Maga.
Wow. Huh. I don't know it's a thing.
It's been in pop culture.
All right. Well, turns out that Garcelle and Sutton are actually getting their massages in Miami.
Hello, Miami!
Miami, yummy, yummy.
They're there for an Angels for Humanity charity event, and Garcelle's like, "Oh, Sutton, I'm so glad that you're here. It was so nice of you." And Sutton's like, "Yeah, it was so difficult for me to come down to Miami and enjoy this beautiful place to stay
And have a very hard and deep massage.
Right. So, but they're two girls, single girls, ready to mingle.
Living it up.
Yes. Back at Erica's, Brenna tells Erica that...
Did that Krav Maga thing just mess you
Yes,
up? Now you don't know how to
I'm
speak.
Okay, should we break? Should we go to break?
I think you should have another drink.
We're 5 minutes into the episode. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But Amelia Hamlin is moving to New York. I feel like there has been no less than 3 times that either Amelia or Rinna has had a daughter move to New York. Like they're always moving a daughter to New York. But Rinna Beauty is doing great. It was really sad to see a video of Lois. We know that Rinna ends up losing Lois. Erica is enjoying the single life herself. She's getting laid. Yeah, she's getting it.
I'm much more interested in having really good sex with nice people.
Rinna brings up, of course, the pot stirrer, Sutton's appearance on Watch What Happens Live, and Sutton couldn't get an apology for Rinna once Sutton got Rinna into that Elton John party.
I never got a thank you.
We're going to be hearing all about this.
That's what I wrote down too. I'm like, well, I guess this is going to be the storyline for them for the rest of the season.
For a while. And Kyle and Dorit were on Watch What Happens Live after the premiere, and they were totally on Team Rinna. They're like, we know that Rinna has been going to that party for 1,000,000 years. So, and I kind of feel that way too.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Meh, I don't care.
But Rinna is fired up. Over at Crystal's mansion now, Sutton shows up. Crystal's $500,000 basement still isn't finished, but hasn't exceeded the budget.
That's always a positive.
Isn't that the one where they had like virtual golf?
$500,000. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm surprised I didn't take it over $500,000. But Crystal and Sutton are good friends now. They've talked through their issues. Sutton brings up the Lisa Rinna thing, but it literally just for a second. Sutton's like, oops, I said something I shouldn't say. And then they move on to should Sutton start dating or being fixed up.
Yeah.
She has 3 qualifications. Handsome.
Tall.
And.
Educated.
No.
And likes cats.
That's only 3 qualifications. You said 4.
Oh, well,
Handsome,
she just said
handsome, tall, and likes cats.
Oh, I thought she said educated.
I don't think so. Maybe we can go back and look at it, but I think she just said 3.
Handsome, yes. Tall, educated, and likes cats.
I was trying to save likes cats for you.
I know, but I saw educated.
Well, hopefully she wants someone who's educated.
I swear.
She's like, I like stupid guys who are tall, handsome, and like cats.
And listen, there's guys out there. I am a cat guy. Well, I am gay, so I guess that doesn't count.
But I've
for
seen
women.
Straight cat guys.
I've seen straight cat guys. I
A
love
few of
cats.
them.
Kitty cats. Meow, meow, meow.
I've seen a few straight cat guys. Not a whole lot.
No. Well, I don't know a lot of straight guys.
True.
Personally.
True. Erica and Garcelle are meeting to work out together at a place called Slay.
That was good.
Hashtag Slay. It did have the hashtag.
You're doing so good.
Am I doing good?
You're doing
Thank
really
you.
good.
Lulu, I think, was the name of the trainer. She was hot package right there.
Yeah.
Garcelle always talks about how she doesn't like physical activity, so I thought it was wild that they were there working out. Remember, she spent all last season being like, I'm going to sit here. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't make me get out in the sun. Don't make me get hot.
I do love her black and gold Adidas jacket.
Yeah, she looks great. Erica went through a fast food and alcohol bender.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good
That's what
time.
I'm talking about.
Apparently she's doing better now. And after the workout, Garcelle asks Erica if she's going to apologize to Sutton. And Erica's like...
for the threat.
For what? Huh?
What did I say? And they're like, well, you said I will come for you, girl.
But you know what? I mean, last year at the end of the season, remember when they were walking to the boat and Erica and Sutton kind of had a put it behind them moment?
Yeah, it was totally fake, though. Remember?
Oh, that's especially at the reunion.
Yeah, she said that was just fake.
That's true. So, anywho, Erica just isn't going to be apologetic anyway. She feels like she was backed up to a wall, and she shouldn't have to apologize for biting back. Like, yeah, you do have to.
You're responsible for your actions still. I mean, like, just because you are mad and had a bad day, it doesn't give you the right to kill somebody either.
Yeah, just because someone's mean to me, it doesn't mean that I have to act like them.
Yeah, exactly.
And, if they'll apologize for acting like them, I'll apologize for acting like them. You know?
And Erica just thinks Sutton just talks too much shit.
Yeah.
When you start taking swings at people, they're going to swing back.
If you're gonna swing, I want to swing back.
Yeah, with threats.
Or what?
Or what?
Erica says that there was never $20 million in her LLC. It was never true. It was never in her account. She never touched it. And apparently, all of the charges have been disproven.
Yeah, but nobody has seen this in the paper. Like, where's the headlines? Granted, I do know that they're looking for a story and not looking for a fun story. Like people want her to be guilty, but I think you would still see that somewhere.
Yeah. Especially if Erica has a decent publicist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm assuming she's still paying a publicist.
I mean, she asks she's like, Bravo needs to do their due diligence.
That was ugly.
God,
that was
so
nasty.
It's just her deflecting.
How and when was this disproven?
I don't know. You'll have to go check all that out, but it was disproven early, so Bravo can do their due diligence. Okay. I don't really know.
I guess the question is, is the proof available to the public?
Yeah, duh. Tell them to go and read everything that my lawyers put out and that they can answer their own questions. Thank you.
But she said it was all disproven, so there it is. But she's ready to finally start having some fun since all of these things are untrue.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Garcelle, she's not into it. But she's not going. She's like, you know what? I'm not going to ask you more questions about Tom.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
I'm not going to ask any more questions about Tom. But we do find out that Erica is separated, but now that Tom is like mentally unwell or whatever, the divorce is kind of on the back burner because it'd just be too difficult. That made sense.
Yeah.
That made sense. Over at Dorit.
Hold on, let me do this for you. Now on to Dorit with her kids doing karate. That's what the word is. I just didn't want you to look stupid. I was trying to help you out. I didn't want you to butcher that word either.
They're doing K-rate? Is that what it is? K-rate?
K-rate?
Oh my God, that was good. That was good. It's okay, I can't always be right.
I know, it's just funny. I love it.
But one thing you might not have noticed is at first, there's a shot of Dorit's closet. When they get to Dorit's house scene, the first thing that you see is a beautiful shot of her closet. And then we've got the kids doing karate.
You're getting close.
And then the coach references, the bad guy's going to get away. Like, there's all kinds of foreshadowing.
That.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't notice it until the second time I watched it.
I know who did it. It was that karate.
It was.
The karate teacher.
It was the karate teacher. It was the karate teacher did it all along. There was all kinds of... And there's a dog there. Where was Winnie the dog when the guys were breaking in?
I don't know. You hear a dog barking.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, like the whole time they're in that backyard, You hear a dog barking.
Okay, well then maybe that was Winnie. Garcelle calls Dorit, and we find out that PK is still in England. They were there for a wedding, and he's staying to visit family.
Dorit and Garcelle's friendship is doing very good.
Yeah. Well, I like that Dorit was like, you know what, we got off on the right foot, so we were able to get right back on.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good... Is that an analogy? I don't know.
Don't say analogy.
I don't know. We're in a different city. We can use analogies.
No, I don't care. I'm terrified.
And then later that night is the burglary. You know, maybe we should take a quick break.
Yeah, before we get into
And
this
we'll
one.
come back and talk about that.
You're such a smart bear. I'm so glad I rescued you from that circus camp from Russia.
But bears don't know martial arts.
Yeah, I just found that out.
Bears do
they
not know
do
martial
know
arts.
tricycles.
Yes.
They do know standing on their hind legs.
Yes.
They do know roaring.
Yes.
And they do know playing in water.
Yes.
And standing on balls sometime. Like standing
Well,
on a
let's
ball.
go do all of that.
All right, we'll see you in a second. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, gorgeous. Bye, bye, bye.
We'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Anchor by Spotify.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, let me give you a rundown. Basically, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Here's how it works.
Anchor lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today.
Then you can distribute your podcast to the most popular listening platforms, including Spotify, with a single tap. Anchor is also the only place you could publish video podcasts to Spotify directly.
With Anchor, creators can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions.
And best of all, Anchor is totally free.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Today. Hello, we are back.
We are back with the burglary.
Oh, double B's.
Back in business with the burglary.
Oh my, 3 B's.
Maybe out of business if you're Dorit and PK.
PK.
So, we find out that Dorit led them to her valuables so that she could be cooperative, protect her children.
They held her at gunpoint, and like the other guy was saying, kill her.
They could have killed her. They could have killed those kids. They could have done a lot of
Terrifying.
That's scary.
Terrifying. And you know what? There's all kinds of talk online that Dorit faked this for a story.
Y'all, I think that would have already come out by now. Just like that whole one guy that tried to fake a hate crime beat up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesse Smollett or something like that. Yeah.
That came out pretty quickly. But have they found the burglars? Burglars?
Not yet. According to Dorit on Watch What Happens Live, not yet.
Okay.
But also, I mean, do you think... I mean, I know they have all that stuff insured, but do you think that she was willing to let go of $1 million worth of stuff for a storyline?
No. This is too much of a serious situation, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, you don't fake this. And also, the way Dorit is acting, like, she looks in shock. When she goes to meet up with the ladies later in this episode, like, you could see it in her face. Like, she hasn't been able to, like, process it all yet. She's been staying strong for her kids. But then you see once PK shows up there and she's getting ready to leave with him, that's when she completely breaks down. And she's like, I need a breakdown. Like, I need him. I need to be alone from the kids, but with PK so I can break down.
You know, I might have been overreading a little bit, but even on Watch What Happens Live, I felt like since all of this is coming back to Dorit, I still felt like she was kind of brought back there and not the, you know, kind of not the Dorit that I felt like her light normally shines.
I feel like her light has dimmed a little bit. She's a little bit... like she's just in shock. Like, that's terrifying. Sure, that puts things in so much perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like right before the show, she got to re-watch it. I'm sure she was probably closer back to normal, but now it's all flooded.
But I wonder if this is going to change her fashion.
I dress for myself, what I like.
Because she's all about brands. She's all about being like in those outfits. I wonder if she's going to start like kind of dressing a little bit demure like than what she's usually doing, because she's realized like that's not what's important to me anymore.
Well, she has that one confessional look that's very, you know, black and dressed up and looks very almost funeral-ish.
Yeah.
But it still looks so high fashion. Like, it really looks like a woman in mourning, and it looks like maybe even, like, if it was on the wrong woman, it would look very mature.
Yeah.
But on her, it just looks expensive.
I guess. I don't know.
But, most of the cast right away went over to see her that morning.
I'm very glad for that. And then I hated that later on. They're like, God, could they have picked better photos to choose for this? I was like, y'all.
Well, Andy even talks about it on What Happens Live. They did. Like, all three of them have the worst photos.
Yeah.
But luckily the kids have no idea what happened. That's major.
I just feel bad for PK because he is never going to let himself be okay with not being there when that happened.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
either.
I
I would forever be upset that I was not there.
You
and
would
imagine
never
what could have
be
happened.
able to leave my son.
We'd be so way more connected
The
than we already
world
are.
would hate us.
Yeah, if I didn't hear from you right back in a text within 5 minutes.
There's the
you're
Siamese bears.
They're always right, hip and hip.
I haven't seen Corey alone or Hunter alone since the burglary happened.
Yes.
Well, we go over to Kyle's Bel Air home.
And I love the shot of her sitting on the couch, looking out the window with tears coming down.
I know. Too bad it wasn't raining outside. That
would have been perfect. That would have been like a 90s female cover, like a band.
Yes. This is the house that Sutton used to live in that she almost burnt the fireplace down in.
Yes. Because when she walks in, she says, "Oh, I like the new paint job."
Yeah. But, Kyle is shaken.
She's very shaken. I think anybody that has children are shaken.
But you know what? So is Sutton.
I've been putting out fires all day today, too.
Well, Sun's got other issues.
Oh, yeah, not about Dorit.
No, not about Dorit.
She's not shaking about Dorit.
Yeah, she's got real issues now.
She's worried about some import stuff that couldn't come in.
She's hired a designer from France to fly down there, but immigration is just
And
making her so upset.
Oh, and plus there was someone else that she wasn't able to get a hold of.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible when you can't get a hold of somebody. It's terrible. I mean, those are fires to put out, you guys. So, I mean, she didn't get a gun put to her head. When she said that, I was like, Sutton, why are you being so...
Am I not remembering that Sutton and Dorit don't like each other or something?
I don't know, but I was kind of blown away by how she said that.
I mean, Kyle was
sorry, I wasn't held at gunpoint because she is the cry fest of everything. You say something mean to Sutton and she bawls about it.
Yeah.
So imagine her getting held at gunpoint and getting robbed. She would be bawling through this whole season.
Girl, yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm irritated with Sutton.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I was blown away by that.
Crystal and Renna, who have been driving their car talking about the whole Dorit situation, they arrive at a restaurant. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. It's spelled Andaz. It is, I don't know, I'm sure some sort of foreign dance or something like that I don't know about.
Everybody, you need to give him some credit. He is a learning bear. He's learned to drive cars and walk by and dress himself too.
Heck, I do a podcast.
And
but this restaurant is where they're going to have Harry Hamlin's 70th birthday party.
I was blown away that he was 70.
I agree with Renna that that's amazing. That's amazing that he looks that good.
You better look that good at 70.
I am not.
You better.
I
Your dad looks great.
Yeah. I'll look pretty good if I look like my dad. And currently I do. So we're in good shape.
Jackpot.
But I think it's really sweet that Renna is like, maybe we should postpone Harry Hamlin's 70th birthday party because Dorit's having a rough time.
Yeah, I thought that was nice.
I thought that was, and I felt
Very
genuine.
I thought it was very genuine.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was for the camera because she brought it up more than once.
She brought it up more than once, yeah.
Maybe no. Back at Kyle's, they talk about Sutton getting set up with people like Erica has been. Erica has been using the app. She's been getting set up. And then Sutton is like, well, I think maybe I'm just looking for different qualifications.
Maybe her qualifications might be different than your friends.
Yeah. I have money, and Erica's decisions are probably made because she needs money.
Yeah.
I mean, it was catty, but it was
Sutton.
good rich woman stuff.
Yeah,
that
it was very rich woman
I mean,
stuff.
I know that Sutton got that money from her ex-husband. I think if I remember correctly, Sutton didn't grow up with money. Maybe I'm wrong, but nonetheless, she's rich
She got
because
hers.
she married into it.
Yeah, she got hers.
But I mean, I have no problem with that either.
Yeah, I don't get your stuff, get your goings. Like,
You wear the Marilyn Monroe dress if you want, Sutton.
I mean, look at my tagline.
Seriously. Kyle suggests that Sutton maybe have a little compassion for Erica and realize that maybe Erica was just acting out and probably went home and cried after she threatened your life.
This whole time with Sutton at this meeting with Kyle is so uncomfortable.
Well, to be honest with you, in this moment, I'm kind of with Team Sutton. I'm like, oh, you want me to have compassion for her?
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's not right.
I would be like, you know what? I would have incredible compassion for her if she didn't take all of her frustrations out. I always tell people that I love, I'm like, you can always vent to me. Yell and scream and cuss and say whatever you want, but don't you dare vent at me.
Yeah.
I'm not your whipping post.
It's more of like a really obnoxious, rude tone.
Mm-hmm. And I don't accept that kind of behavior. Sutton is also very annoyed that Kyle and Dorit and the guys got away with making fun of Erica, whereas Sutton, was the leader, I guess, according to Erica.
It kind of reminds me of Teresa and Margaret. Teresa thought that Margaret was the head leader in all these rumors that were being spread, and here we go with Erica thinking that Sutton is kind of the head leader in charge asking all the questions.
Well, Sutton did actually get all of the women together to talk about it behind Erica's back.
But again, get ahead of it. Yeah, it's that whole thing. Get ahead of it. Yeah, everybody's going to ask about it. Come on, we're on a show.
Right? Now I think we're back at Kyle's other home where I think we've changed homes now. And we're at Kyle's other home where Erica shows up. It's a little bit uncomfortable between them because even though they did make amends at the reunion,
there's still something there.
Yeah.
I mean, that uncomfortable drinking with pure eye contact with each other, and then Mauricio comes and saves the day.
Well, these women don't really communicate off the show.
No.
I mean, they do. I mean, to make up.
But, the show is the show.
Yeah. But, I mean, and when they're filming, we've learned they're not even allowed to really communicate much. Luckily, Mauricio comes out and, saves the uncomfortable moment.
Thank God.
And Erica immediately goes, Erica's response is, Mauricio, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I'm upset with you.
She doesn't say hello, I don't think. She's
you hurt my feelings. I didn't like what you said. And Mauricio's like, I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay.
It's over.
Done. Bye.
Thanks,
over.
Handsome.
Thank you. Sexy.
Go put on your what's the name of his business? The agency. Go put on your agency hat.
Yeah. Thanks, Mo.
We talked about the paparazzi photos already. Dorit shows up in a gray sweatsuit.
She has no makeup on.
Yeah. It's just the day after. The kids are with PK's assistant and security.
I mean, would the kids be okay with their mom? I mean, granted, they weren't awake through it, but wouldn't they be scared of, I don't want mom to leave now?
Well, they don't know that it happened.
Oh, they don't even know what happened.
No, they don't know that it happened. So Dorit's like, I need to go cry.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, that makes more sense.
And plus,
she doesn't want to look weak or make her kids upset that she's bawling and stuff.
And probably, not even look weak, just scare them.
Scare them, yes.
And probably didn't want to be reunited with PK in front of them.
Yeah. That's true, because, I wouldn't be able to hold back.
Of course, social media is like, why are you leaving your kids alone?
Yeah, I thought the same thing, too, but I guess that's why I thought the kids knew after they woke up.
No, they don't have a clue what's going on.
Because the cops and stuff were there.
Yeah, I wonder how they got away with the cops being there and the kids still not knowing. I think
she probably just said, oh, nothing.
But the kids were asleep.
I know, that's scary.
The kids were asleep, so who knows? But while we find out that, literally whenever PK is gone, the kids sleep with Dorit. 100% of the time, it's never do they not.
Mm-hmm. But that one specific night, she was just exhausted and had stuff on the bed, and she just put them to bed in their own beds. Man, that's a blessing.
Yeah, that's divine intervention as far as I'm concerned. The dogs start barking and Dorit freaks out, who's here?
That's PTSD kind of stuff right there. That's scary. Yeah. Because she's like, no, I need you to... the dog's barking is, giving me pure anxiety. And I could feel the anxiety.
And Kyle's like, Dorit, stop. Dorit, I've got secure... I'm like, Kyle, why are you not being compassionate about this?
Just run to the door, make her feel better that you know who's coming. Just say, run to the door and be like, oh, it's Garcelle. She's coming. I could see her. Because that's what she needed to hear.
Yes. I was
God,
Kyle.
you guys need to baby her right now. I feel so bad for her.
Kyle is very annoying.
So we also find out that Dorit told the burglars to leave while they still could, reasoned with them, which sounded smart. She convinced them to leave the cell phone. He said, all right, count to 40 and I'll leave the phone by the door. This is another moment where I've been catching on social media that I point out to you. When he puts the phone down, the phone flashes. A lot of people on social media have been saying, well, the phone flashes like that when you call 911. So apparently they're assuming that the burglar called 911, which is why people think Dorit.
But you know what it also could be? Somebody could have been calling her.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of things. It could have been a lot of things.
Either way, it's horrible and I feel bad. And if she gets called out that this is being fake, then I'll change my attitude.
Right, yeah, I agree.
But as for right now, this is horrible and I wouldn't wish this on anybody, even if you don't have kids. This is terrifying to have a break-in.
Absolutely. While Dorit's there, PK has arrived at the airport. He's headed straight to Kyle's. He's a mess.
I wouldn't be. That whole ride from London to get home would be the longest day ever.
Yeah.
I would be in my head the whole time. What else do you do on a plane but sit there in your head? Just going over and over how you could have come home to no wife and no kids. That is terrifying. Because that's what's going through his head. Yeah. What if? Those what ifs.
I mean, he arrives there and he keeps trying to talk and he can't even get a word out.
I'm already tearing up.
Yeah, I did. I sat there crying. I was crying. Mauricio did go change into the agency hat. So everything's... Now that we all know where he works,
but if that was me, if I came to that... I see that they're sitting next to each other, but they're not even holding hands, I wouldn't have let go of you. If that was me. If I would be holding your hand the whole time we're sitting on that couch, I would have not let go for a second.
Well, we'd have been gone within a minute.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, I need to go in the car. I need to let go. I'm going to blow our load.
I'm like, sorry, guys. Trauma makes him horny.
Oh, my gosh. You're a monster. You're a monster. No, move on. Don't touch me. No, don't touch me.
That was funny, though.
That was good. But you're stupid. So anyway, this is when Lisa's like, I don't want to celebrate Harry Hammonds, but shut up. You're so stupid. You couldn't wait to get me back in some kind of way for that Krav Maga comment. You're a monster.
I'm sweating.
I am too. You're making me sweat. You're stupid. But anyways, Lisa doesn't want to celebrate Harry Hamlin's birthday. She doesn't feel like you should celebrate. But PK says that his religion says you don't cancel a celebration of good times. And plus, he's like, I'm not letting these guys ruin any more of my life.
You don't cancel a happy occasion for a sad occasion.
But Dorit's just like, I just want to get home right now so I can finally break down and let it out.
Yes.
She can't wait.
Can't find the stinking phone.
Oh my gosh. And you could see Dorit starts losing it on that bench because she's like, she's leveling, maxing out right now, y'all.
I've been holding on for as long as I have.
I've been staying strong for my kids. I've been making up lies to my kids.
There is not a single inch of thread left.
And now I'm being recorded at my friend's house, so I still feel like I can't break down because I don't want to look, I don't know. I don't want anybody to see me like that.
Yes, people get one frame and make me look like a fool.
Yeah. And people will then be like, oh, I think those were fake tears, blah, 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 blah. The social media is insane. But we ended there. And thank God, because this was an emotional roller coaster.
It was such a good episode. I'm already enjoying it more than last season. I mean, in one episode, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Even though we didn't get taglines, as per usual in the premiere. But I can't wait to talk about the taglines because I've got some things to say.
I know, you're very upset.
But in the meantime, make sure... Now, next week, before I jump into that, next week we will be recapping the final 2 remaining episodes of the New Jersey reunion. Then the week after that, we'll do a Beverly Hills combo of episodes 2 and 3, and that will get us completely caught up.
Yay.
So, in the meantime now... Please follow us on our social media. On Facebook and Instagram, we are The Real Housebears. On Twitter, we are Real Housebears. And you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
You can also find us on YouTube at The Real House Bears Podcast. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please give us a little 5-star rating and a cute little review. And we'll say it right here live on the air. Well, live in the hot closet right now, but not live on the air. We'll record it.
All right, everybody, have a great week.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Check it out. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check.
Season 12, Beverly Hills, what a thrill. Beverly Hills, what a thrill. Beverly Hills, what a thrill.
Beverly Hills, what a thrill.